welcome back to the Apollo Protection Agency. You guys are fucking badass heroes. I can't wait to see you guys flex out some more. But before we do that, how you guys doing this evening?
Doing all right.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Doing so much better than last week when we recorded our last episode. Wink, wink.
Wink, 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 wink. Lots changed in the last 7 days.
I'm actually going to amend my statement. I'm okay. I could be better because my AC is kind of out right now.
Oh, no.
And even though it's still currently February, Mississippi's Mississippiing, and it is 80... Well, it's 74 degrees now, but when we started recording, it was like 82.
Gross.
So, living that, let's be in a studio with
swamp-ass life?
Yeah, with a bunch of electric gear. That's why I turned off all my lights. I look like a vampire
I don't know why. It felt like you were about to say a bunch of illiterate. I'm actually all right. I had a very unusual circumstance at work today where half of my students were on a field trip, and it wasn't like my classes were half as large. I just didn't have to teach 2 of my 4 classes because all of them were on a field trip.
Interesting. Okay, that's pretty cool. Free periods for you.
Yeah.
Nice. What'd you do? Play Pokemon?
Some, yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes, indeed.
Right. Yeah.
I drew a little bit.
Okay.
I had a lot of communication I had to do for my coaching stuff. And my esports team played today and won after school. So I had to get all that organized. I'm trying to find us a better place to play, but to no avail thus far.
Drats.
But still pretty good. We got to win. I only had to really teach half a day. It's
a good time. That's a good time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's good. What about you, Josh?
What? Huh? Put me on the spot. What about me? What you want to know?
What?
Putting you on the spot now.
I was going to ask what's your favorite color, but I know what your favorite color is.
What color underwear are you wearing right now?
Black. Always black.
Always black. You don't ever change it up?
Well, no. So
this is a fun game.
Going back to hot and sweaty and living in Mississippi.
Go on.
And with my old job, working in a hangar that was not climate controlled, especially in the summer, it was hot as hell. And swamp ass was a very, very real thing that really, really sucked.
Yeah.
So, I splurged and got some, all the same type of, it was like $20, $30 a pair, which is absurd for underwear. However, the swamp ass stopped. Mm-hmm. And I've still got them.
There's only so much talcum powder can do, bud.
Yep. But yeah, so my underwear's black. Okay. Next question.
Okay. That's all I needed to know.
That's all I needed to know is color your underwear, dude.
I want this game to continue.
Well, Emily, what color is your underwear? You want to keep going?
Oh, it's multicolors. It's black, and they have records on them that have rainbows coming out of them. They're great.
Okay.
They're great.
That's fun. Rainbow records.
Yeah,
sure.
I feel underdressed.
Well, it's okay.
Well,
I mean, you're going against me.
Yeah,
so.
you had no chance against Emily. So, I don't know. Do we have to go down the line?
I don't know.
Gray,
you're the
you started
GM.
Gray, blue for me. What about you, John?
Red.
Ooh, la la.
I believe.
Spicy.
I think it's probably whitey tighties.
With a little bit of red trim.
Well, yeah, just a little red trim.
The red Hanes logo on them.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Look, I'll tell you how I'm doing. I yesterday had to spend $241 getting a fucking passport application sent off. By the way, you can't just go and get a passport. You have to make a fucking appointment. By the way, and they're booked the fuck up, right? So they were all booked up. I had to get an appointment yesterday, and because I am going to be traveling in 11 weeks, they suggested that I get the expedited passport because it could take 10 weeks if you don't. And so I had to spend $241 on that bad boy.
Wow.
Yeah. Back when...
So that was fun.
Yeah, I got my passport like 6-7 years ago.
Well, this was
in Hattiesburg, and it was like super easy to do. I got it in 6 weeks. Like,
that's pre-COVID, baby. They are back the hell up. And because I was looking to get my passport and I was reading up on all of the shenanigans that have gone into it. So that's like where the appointment thing came from. And they're just like super, super swamped because people couldn't go to the offices for months, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of appointments, we have an appointment to play Starfinder tonight, guys.
Whatever.
Oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay. Okay.
We left you guys calming down via a ward trap, a commie spirit of Jatombe Park. And I need to remind you guys that Weldy was yeeted, as Emily would like to say, across the park and is laying once again unconscious in a heap, as Weldy tends to do. And that we're going to pick up right there. You have been given notice of another emergency in the Grand Gardenia district of some devils seem to be constructing something, but nobody knows what's going on there. It'll take you 30 minutes to get there, but several of you are pretty bad off when it comes to stamina. So let's just jump in, kind of figure out what you're going to do from here as the APA continues their big day defending Absalom Station.
All right, so I'm telling you, I think the play here, man, is that we take the 10-minute rest, and then somebody hustles over there, and then I use telepathic jaunt to transport the rest of the party there instantaneously.
I guess I'm hustling.
And that's 25 minutes total, as opposed to 40 minutes total to get there.
I like that. That's math I can get behind.
Well, right. Now, if Fell does not need to rest, you can actually count it as 15 minutes because he won't need his own 10-minute rest.
Yeah, that's why I said I guess I'm hustling. I didn't take damage.
Yeah.
Oh, well then shit. Okay, so Oren's like, Fell, go on ahead. I'll bring everybody else when you get there. Give me the signal. I'm going to heal this fucking idiot stoner one time, and then we're going to rest. And,
I feel like that I could do that, says the Toshigami.
Oh, good. Even fucking better then.
Yeah, we feel really bad about it.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. That shit hurt.
Yes, but understand that we were thrown out of sorts by whatever evils are out there. We are generous spirits, and we were slowly working our way to make contact with the boy, and we meant no harm, truly.
Understand, I take no responsibility for my actions.
Ziva's like handing out juice boxes and trying to get people to sit down and just like, and this is people being us, take a break, basically, encouraging everybody to sit down and take their 10. And just like, yes, we understand, of course. You had no ill will towards him. We are all in a state of, this is a real kerfuffle.
Yeah. And so she goes over there, heals Weldy. Weldy wakes up and goes, oh, man, what? Why do I keep ending up like this? Oh shit! What's happening? Who are you? You know, and like you guys can kind of calm him down while you take your 10-minute rest. Fell is going to hustle over. Let me see if there's any particular rules involved in that. I'm sure there are. Overland movement. So everybody, go ahead and take your short rest. Make sure you're spending that resolve. So if you hustle, there's no rolls. It's just that you can't hustle for more than an hour without a problem. So
okay, so I hustled for 15 minutes?
You hustled for 15 minutes.
Okay.
Yep. All right. So we're now looking at a total of 20 minutes spent since the clock went down, because there was 5 minutes from getting down from the Pools of Paradise out to the park, and then 30 seconds of combat. It was 6 rounds to deal with what you dealt with. And then 15 minutes for Fell to hustle. And within that 15 minutes, everybody but Fell short rests.
Mm-hmm. So for the last 5 minutes, that everybody's going to gather around Oren. Mm-hmm. Okay. And we all have to be touching, right? So everybody's we're all in a circle, holding hands. Oren has never cast this spell before, but he has a good idea. He closes his eyes, he focuses on the cosmic weave, and as it hones in, from like satellite view, right? Like he just senses Fel because of their connection, senses where Fel's at when he gets there, and he's like, got him. And then right when that happens, everybody instantly teleports straight to Fel, wherever he's at.
Okay. So Fel basically got, kind of a few feet out from the Gardenia district, so you guys could all go in together. And you are going to be approaching from the west side. And as you do, swaths of destruction run in precise lines through the painted, stacked apartments of this residential neighborhood streets. Vicious, hellish edifices with black iron walls covered in ruthless spikes stand in the place of building corners that have been sliced from their foundations and dashed to rubble against the ground. And so let me put you on a map.
I'm getting some vague LLF vibes from this, if you know what I mean.
I don't.
One of our most recent episodes?
Yeah, similar, but not.
So is there a reason it's in black and white?
So one of the new features of Foundry is that dark vision is supposed to be in black and white. So when it's totally black, or when it's totally dark, that's what you see in.
Neat.
Oh, that's
cool. That's
nice,
cool.
Foundry. Nice.
I wonder,
version.
Is mine not because of another reason?
Okay, so you shouldn't have any vision at all.
I just have low light vision and
Yeah,
blind
no,
sense
and
sound.
like you shouldn't be able to see anything right now because
Did you get goggles?
Now, I've already casted dark vision on myself and used the spell slot for it. I mean, we can always pretty much just burn one spell slot like every day on dark vision. Every adventuring day.
I'm not sure. You really shouldn't be able to see anything at this point, Josh, because it is totally dark, but I'm just going to put you on the dark vision to have the...
All right. Well, like we do with a lot of things on this show, I can make believe.
Yes, yes. Okay, so you guys kind of approach around the corner, and you do see these devils that you heard reports of. And they're not trying to hide at all. And they seem to be working on raising walls at specific locations. If somebody wants to give me an engineering check, you absolutely can. And then I will also take a sense motive check.
I got you on that sense motive.
Yeah, I'll roll a sense motive. 33.
Natural 20!
Wow.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I only beat Kuiper by 1 with a
By
43.
And you said you got a 33, Oren?
Yeah, I got a 33.
On the sense motive?
Yes.
Or
Okay. I don't have... No, not the
Yeah,
engineering, dude. Get out of here, bro.
So yeah, Oren, you see devils and you're like, fuck them, and like there's just like no empathy or understanding of where they're coming from. However, both Ziva and Kuiper can get the sense that they don't seem to be going out of their way to harm anyone. They seem to be very much focused on building whatever they're building. However, you get the sense that they don't care if any collateral damage happens. They're being somewhat haphazard with some of the stuff that they're throwing around to make it happen. Did anybody roll an engineering?
Yeah, I rolled a 33.
Okay. With that engineering check, you see that the devils are actually shoring up places in the hull that have started to buckle from the structural damage. At this point, these 3 devils don't really give a shit about y'all, and you see them. What do you want to do?
So what's our big problem right now? An engineering issue with our backup generators? Maybe we can ask them to help?
That's a separate problem, right?
I mean, yeah, so was the big tree int and the life support. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I'm just trying, we have multiple problems, though, right now. Yeah, but basically, I'm saying I don't want to attack them. I'd like to talk to them first.
Right.
Yeah.
Please. S'il vous plaît.
Explore options.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they're trying to help. Like, you said the devils are shoring up engineering weaknesses.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, on the hull where all that shrapnel keeps hitting.
Right. So, I mean, they're trying to help the station, you know?
If somebody want, Oren, why don't you roll a mysticism check?
Okay. Fucking natural 20 on that.
Yay,
Breath
yay.
of 47.
So you know that devils to be here have to be summoned.
So somebody pulled the devils in.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to
and
find
you can
the
identify
warlock.
these. You can identify these as contractor devils, and so
Somebody made a deal with them.
Contractor, as in like building contractors. Yeah.
Somebody made a deal with them to come up here and fix this shit.
Because, I mean, you don't pay them in fucking credits, dude. You got to pay them in some other way.
There was a comic that I saw that was talking about the game Doom and how there are candles everywhere, and candles are always lit.
There's a candle lighting
and there's
demon.
a candle lighting demon, and he has this stupid little small face, like normal size head, but tiny little face, and has a fanny pouch on that's full of candles. He's just walking around placing candles.
I love that.
Okay, so to recap, you know that they're focused on shoring up structural weaknesses in the hull of Absalom Station by putting up these hellish edifices with spikes. They focused on their work, and they're not actively harming people, but they are also being they don't give a shit about what they're doing, and several people
their contract is to fix the ship.
Yeah. And that they are likely have been summoned.
Yeah. Would you share that information, Oren?
Yeah, well, I mean, we would all share the information they gathered. I mean, Mike would see, hey, these are devils, but they looks like they're trying to work on structural integrity, so hold up. And then, Oren would notice what he noticed.
Yeah, get the fucking civvies out of Dodge.
Yeah. Could we kind of like split the party up, maybe get the civilians out, and then Ziva and maybe Kuiper try and go talk with the devils? Or I guess maybe...
We need to look for their summoners.
Yeah,
do we see a bunch of civilians around?
You don't see anybody around.
They're probably hiding.
If you remember from their communique, they ran.
Oh, okay.
Whenever they saw the devils.
I mean, I guess I'm just confused because they're haphazard, like they might hurt somebody, but who are they going to hurt other than themselves?
Well, it's collateral damage, I think.
Collateral damage to build apartments and stuff. They're like breaking down shit like people's houses to build up this other shit.
Do we know, are these things intelligent? Like, I mean, they're like.
I mean, you can try to talk to them.
They're devils.
I mean,
yeah.
Ziva's going to call out, and I think I actually maybe speak. What is it, Abyssal?
It's Devilese.
Or is it? It's Devilese. What? I speak a bunch of languages.
Well, they speak, and I guess Oren would know this from that Nat 20 on the mysticism. They would speak Celestial, Draconic, Infernal.
Let's see here. I do Celestial, Draconic, and Infernal. I'll do Infernal. Throw it out there. Pardon me. Hello, devils. Oh, wow.
This is what they look like.
Oh, wow. They do not look like Bob the Builder, yo. I gotta tell you.
Oh, man.
So think just devil.
They look like Dave Grohl's Tenacious D Devil.
But
yeah.
The mouth is split open, kind of or it's real gapey. It's whack, man.
So you asked about civilians. You don't see any on the streets, but you could assume that there might be some in the apartment buildings. So there is a chance that their work could hurt them.
Okay.
I don't want to take that threat away. But so yeah, if you can speak one of those three languages, you could certainly attempt to try to talk to them.
Yeah, Ziva's standing about 20 feet or so away from one devil and says, hello, pardon, who is your summoner?
Who the fuck are you?
I am Nariko Zivarajni, madam, and she does the whole spiel.
I was about to say, you didn't let me do the singing bit.
We're in a hurry. She says, Who summoned you here? I need to make sure that you are not endangering any of our citizens.
Fuck off!
Fuck you! Who's your summoner?
Okay, so
now we have to fight.
I thought maybe showing a little intimidation would be...
So intimidation is not going to work. You do have options to either bluff, diplomacy, or any applicable profession check. But the point that I'm trying to get across is you're not going to just walk up to them and demand something from them.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just RP the thing.
Yeah, so they're like, get the fuck out of our way. We are making these walls because that's what we do.
Okay.
Who the fuck are you peons?
I already said, and I'm going to roll my diplomacy to see how I actually sound. 52.
Oh.
All right, so that's one success. You're going to have to do more than one.
Okay.
But tell them what the APA. Yeah, tell them, like, think about, they don't give a fuck about this plane at all. You know, like, so I would recommend, because you had such a high roll, I'm going to encourage you to try a different tactic than throwing your weight around as an important person on Absalom.
I don't know. You tell me. Can I pull a little Zon-Kuthon?
Just you gave it a shot. Yeah, I mean, you rolled a success here, a pretty good success. So if that's the route you want to go, I'm curious to see how you go.
Just so that it's a multiplanar kind of like vibe that I'm putting off. I've already told you what I am here, but I also have connections elsewhere. And she would summon the chains and just kind of let them pool around her feet and just let the sort of shadow energy sort of pulse off of her a little bit.
Oh, yeah, one of those wannabe Velstrax, eh? Anybody can get shadow chains. Not bad, but that doesn't mean shit. What else you got, honey?
Okay. Another diplomacy? Or...
Yep.
Okay. 49.
It's another success, so you can keep going down this line.
Let's see here.
You also know that they have telepathy.
Okay.
Don't you have
I
telepathic
do.
scream?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Adam. She says, and if a gentle voice doesn't put it across, maybe something with a little more shriek. And she would sort of like scream her spiel telepathically at them. Like,
All right. That's a little bit more spectacular, I must say. But, what's your point?
The point is, while we appreciate you shoring up the situation, I cannot have you causing harm to our civilians and to their abodes. Understand you're under contract, but we are too.
Right, well, you're going to have to take that up with our summoner. But why should I tell you that is? Can you roll me one more check?
Okay.
Because we will fucking murder y'all motherfuckers so fast.
I don't say that, but a 57.
Oren's gritting his teeth behind Ziva, just like...
Yeah. Just flexing.
Just give me a fucking reason, Cap.
So that's another success. And so they're like, yeah, sure. All right, what? Show me what. Who the fuck are you still? You got some shadow chains. You can scream with your mind. That's all real impressive. You got some shadow connections.
She starts slowly walking towards them, letting the chains drag behind her, and like trying to find this balance of exuding that shadow energy that's still with her and not losing herself. And as she gets closer, like she's trying to move away from her party a little bit. And as she gets closer to the demon that the devil that she's talking with, she goes, I was. And she kind of shakes her head a little bit. I am the herald of Zon-Kuthon.
So they all kind of step back for a second. And you hear in your soul, not telepathically, you hear in your soul, I knew you'd return. But they respond, well, that's a thing.
That's a thing.
We don't. Yeah, we look.
Gotta.
We don't really want to fuck with old Sonny K. He's kind of a bastard, even the devils. And meanwhile, one of the other ones are just one ones you're not talking to is still working and is like pulling rocks from buildings. And I need Mike, as you're one of our stronger engineers here, to roll a D100, trying to get 51 or above to intervene from potential structural damage that could hurt, maybe even kill some civilians in their homes. Can Mike intercede?
Well, does a 63 intercede?
63 intercedes. So you, with that 50% chance, you come out on the positive side.
I'm glad
of
it was
that.
on the top side.
Yeah, and so you, like, as he's like pulling up like what would be a support beam down, you extend your arm out and like keep it back in place, you know. Mm-hmm. And he looks at you, the devil that was doing that looks at you with a sneer, but the other one, the lead one, say, "Oh, no. All right. We're gonna keep doing what we were asked to do, which was shore up these defenses, but we'll be better about it. But if you want us to totally stop, you're gonna have to talk to the brain in that building over there," and it points to this southern building.
Mike's like that meme of, if I could read this, I sure would be mad about it. If I could speak Infernal.
Yeah. Listen, you tell Zonny K, if he ever needs like a chain palace made, we're the guys. We're always looking for work.
Out of curiosity, does anybody else speak Infernal in the party?
Only Celestial.
I barely speak
sweet.
Common.
So nobody else heard me say the Zonny K bit. Okay, awesome.
Except Zon
Well, that's fine.
It translates
Is
in
it
all
fine?
languages.
Right.
Is it fine though?
It's
I
gonna
don't think
be.
it is.
Listen, guys, it's gonna be fine. It was a bluff. I mean, I didn't roll bluff, but it was a bluff.
Yeah, so it wasn't a bluff. Okay, now I have a better insight as to how this whole thing is. We save the world, Devastation Ark concludes, and then we have to fucking kill Ziva, who goes back into the graces of Zon-Kuthon. You're the BBEG of the entire APA campaign.
Don't know what you're talking about. No.
I've been a villain before, all right? I know how this goes.
I know this path, bitch. I mean, if they're doing better, do we want them to stop? Because we need.
Well,
I feel like we have. This is. We have to go talk to the guy.
At least to
We
reevaluate.
gotta go talk to the guy. Whatever. You can just fucking do it. We go into the
find
building.
that brain.
You go on. I'll just keep holding this rail here so the building doesn't fall down.
You're doing great.
All right, cool. So you guys can go into the room, and when you do, just go in one space so you can all see it.
Do I really need to stay here?
What?
I don't really need to keep holding this thing so the building doesn't fall.
No,
right?
no.
Okay.
You stopped him from like knocking it over.
Okay. Yeah.
All
And
right.
I
It's
nodded
an actual
that devil.
brain.
Yeah.
It's a fucking. It's not the brains. It's a brain.
He said the brain guy.
Oh,
right?
no, I knew he meant. What the hell is
So when you walk in,
contemplative? Yeah.
So when you walk in, you hear this strange chanting from within, and this comfortably furnished apartment is filled to the brim with books, wood prints, carvings, and items of occult and religious significance. The smell of sandalwood rises from a devil-shaped incense holder set on a polished wooden desk. A few plush chairs and several fine ottomans have been pushed to the side to clear space on the patterned linoleum floor on which a collection of sigils have been painted. You can roll a mysticism check on that.
Clearly.
Yeah.
It's going to be a filthy 40.
Ooh.
Okay, so yeah, you can easily recognize that is a calling circle, the occult method of conjuring outsiders to the material plane and binding them to a certain task. You also see a contemplative behind it doing this chanting, like keeping the summoning alive, keeping the circle alive. And so, she's like, What are you doing here? Why have you disturbed my summoning rituals?
So loud.
Corny ass motherfucker.
Wrinkly brain, piece of shit.
Oh my god, no. Ziva.
We hate brains around
So
here.
it seems. Ziva's like, guys, shut the fuck up.
This is all out of character.
Orin says it telepathically, but not just the people he's bonded with.
All right. I think I can roll a perception check to see if I hear that, though, because I also have telepathic awareness.
You only telepathically communicate with people you have a bond with.
You're not a part of our bond, Brainy.
You can actually overhear if you have telepathy.
Can you?
Yeah. You just have to roll perception for it. But that's beside the point, because Ziva says, we have spoken with your devils. And she will say it in Infernal. Just so that, she's, yeah. We've spoken with your devils and...
Speak normal! Speak English, duck!
Yeah.
Speak common,
Wow.
please.
Speak
I don't understand what you're saying.
Back to the Future reference? Okay, all right.
No, it's a Walk Hard reference.
It's a good movie. You need to watch it.
Okay. Anyways, okay,
You don't want none of
common.
this shit, Dewey.
We spoke to your devils, and they are shoring up, but they need more supervision. They're tearing down other apartments and causing potential deaths.
What does that matter to me? I am making sure that this station stays safe. Any collateral damage is just part of the situation. Please leave.
You want a reason to make it matter to you, we can fucking give you one.
And at that,
calm
I need
down.
you to roll a will save.
Okay. Sorry, I just sitting around not understanding anything for 5 minutes. Get antsy.
Reaction? Can I have a reaction?
Sure.
You get to add a +2 on that will save, buddy.
I guess I need to make...
Whoever
Yes,
made the
you.
will save. Yeah.
It's just me?
yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. That will make it a 25.
That is a fail.
Shit.
But let me make sure I hit you with this. I do. So you get hit with a feeble mind
Oh, God.
Oh.
spell.
Oh, fuck.
A scintillating ray hits you.
Oh, motherfucker. I didn't know if it was a spell or what. I've got that goddamn spell dismisser thing.
It just kind of happened.
Well, they're all going to just happen before I can use the spell dismisser.
The affected creature is unable to use intelligence or charisma-based skills, cast spells, understand language, or communicate coherently. It still knows who its friends are and can follow them and even protect them. The target remains in this state until a miracle, psychic surgery, wish, or similar spell is used to cancel the effect.
What?
It cannot be removed by effects like break enchantment.
Yeah, as soon as I heard Feeble Mind, I was
Wait,
like,
so I'm
oh,
just
man.
a fucking... I mean, I'm not a smart guy to begin with, but, like, I can't understand language?
No, you
Or
cannot.
communicate coherently.
Okay, I mean, I quit. Like, I'm not part of the adventure.
I
Look,
think
you
I
guys,
would quit too. Actually, I think I would actually just quit the
you
game
guys
right
play
fucking
my
here.
character as a fucking meat stick for the rest of the thing, because I can't even RP anymore.
No. That should shut you up quite easily. Please leave.
We can't leave now.
I'm very tempted to mind thrust the fuck out of this guy right now. Like,
I mean, he's all brain.
Yeah.
Fucking...
You don't want to do that because he could possibly reverse this. Okay. Somebody that can cast a Feeble Mind can probably reverse it too. So.
I'm going to attempt, before this escalates any further, can we attempt a diplomacy?
Sure.
If that fails,
then
I'm fucking killing
then
it.
we roll.
I'm killing it.
Then we roll. Yeah.
I'm literally gonna murder
But
it.
if there's an opportunity to get him to undo it,
Or maybe not murder it and hurt him bad enough that he'll undo it.
49 diplomacy.
That is a success. So what do you say?
Listen, I'm sorry, I didn't give it your name. I am Nariko Zivarajni. Please, you may have heard of me. What's your name?
Yes, in fact I have. You are one of our council people, right?
Yes. I understand why you're trying to protect this space. I do. And we were wrong to come in so brazenly, but please, you have to understand we must go about this a certain way.
All right. Let's make a deal, shall we?
It seems you are in a deal-making mood, and she kind of gestures out towards the devils.
I'm going to keep these devils here, but I will rein them in to make sure that they do not do any more collateral damage. I will heal your friend here. That was just a threat so you understood the severity of who you're dealing with.
Do I know this cat? Like, I mean, is he... He seems like a really fucking...
Her. She.
Okay.
Her.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Do we know her?
No, you wouldn't. I don't think.
All right. Did she give us a name?
No.
Okie dokie. Well, thank you very much. Please, if you don't mind, my friend here would love his mind back.
Yes, one moment, but let's strike an accord first.
Yes.
Roll me another diplomacy check.
Okie dokie. $54.
54. Okay. So what do you say here? This is your big diplomatic moment.
So they're wanting to strike a bargain, a deal? Is that my understanding?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you going to give them in exchange for Mike's brains back and calling things off?
The fucking ability to continue living.
What?
That's what they get.
Tell me, friend, what is your passions in life? What is it that you enjoy?
It gestures around with its tiny little
little weird
arms.
spindly limbs.
Yeah, and says, "Can't you see the occult is my being? The study of all things dark and interesting and extraplanar."
Then I assume you have an interest in the shadow plane.
Oh, yes, that's my favorite plane.
What if I could connect you with individuals from the shadow plane that you could work with?
Could you do that?
We have, and she
Prove it!
Okay. Hold on, I have a thing. I have a planar thing. I have so much shit. Let's see here. Alright, so I have a planar flare. It's a pistol-shaped device that can store a single visual image such as a night sky landmark or map. The flare can be used to take this image, functioning as a digital camera or once the image has been stored. Sorry. Use a standard action. Emits a burst of planar energy that reduces to dust. Basically, it's you take a picture and then you can send it to someone who would know where you are now, basically.
Okay.
Shit, I don't think that this will work because I would have had to have taken a picture of them, so fuck. This is in Ziva's pocket because she's terrified of being stuck on another plane again. Mm-hmm. Is there something that that Ziva would know that Emily's done?
Okay, so
I was thinking about trying to contact the twins, like set them up with the twins.
So because of Xeno and your connection to Xeno,
Xeno 7 nowadays.
Yeah, you can use Xeno 7 to communicate.
Okay. And he's patched into all of our comms, correct?
Mm-hmm,
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ziva would beep boop on her comms and like the little holographic image of Xeno 7 pops up. And
how can I be of service?
Xeno, I was wondering if you could connect us with our twin friends in the Shadow Realm.
Moment. Buffering.
Shadow buffering.
Shadow buffering.
Shadow buffering.
That's how you know it's going through when we hit shadow buffering. Yeah.
Yes. Trelax, you get a ping on your comm unit.
Shadow Protection Agency. How can we help you?
Cheery Trelax. Jesus Christ.
I'm a business owner now.
You're doing great.
So, yeah, he said that. What do you say, Ziva?
Trelax, it's wonderful to speak with you again. I have a new friend here who would love to make your acquaintance. She's very interested in the shadow plane in general, and I was wondering if you could provide her with more information and perhaps be a correspondent of sorts. This is a bit of a dire situation, if I'm being honest, and I would love your accommodation in this.
So, Trelax, you see kind of through the comms like a kind of narrow vision of the scene. So you see a contemplative, which is a brain being. You see Mike, like literally his tongue rolled
Slack
out, like
jawed. Dashko hanging on from one arm, touching the ground,
looking a mess, and you see all the occult symbols and runes and stuff and candles lit.
Well, interesting. First of all, who's the nerd?
This is our new friend.
Oh, right. There you go. Got it. Is Mike okay? He looks a little...
We really need your assistance here. If you could show that you are in the shadow plane, that you could kind of make a connection with this individual. They are interested in learning more about the occult and the shadow plane specifically.
Stop this! I can explain it myself!
Of course, please.
What is your name, white-haired, beautiful man?
First of all, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I spend probably far too much time on my hair as it is, but to get the compliment, it makes it all worth it. My name is Trelax Adar. I'm president and CEO of the Shadow Protection Agency. And you
what
are?
Is that? I am, like, I guess she doesn't have any eyes. She doesn't have any eyes, but kind of like, the brain kind of pans the room, and finally, as it pulses as she speaks, says, I am Espendia 417.
Neat.
Yes. Are you familiar with the teachings of Zon-Kuthon, passage 417?
Ziva shuffles back a little bit.
I'll have to hand this over to my sister. She might have more information on this. Tana, come here. Tana, no, put it down. Come here. Telephone. and he hands it over to Tana.
Trelax, what is this? Oh, what is going on here? Ziva.
Some fucking nerd on the phone. I don't know it.
A nerd?
I said I was a warlock, not a nerd.
A warlock. Excuse me. Okay, excuse me. Warlock.
So, what is the Shadow Protection Agency? This sounds quite interesting.
Well,
Trelax peeks in from the commune.
Everybody.
The premier protection agency in the shadow plane, of course. We're based out of Verses. You haven't heard of us?
Shadow Verses.
No. How could I become a member?
I'm both very sad and very glad that Mike can't comprehend a fucking word of this.
God. Does she just want to go to the shadow plane? Like, it's Ziva will pop in and say, like, it actually sounds like you're quite interested in Zon-Kuthon if your name is based off of scripture.
Well, actually, no, that's just what my parents named me. I think that they've kind of set me up for this life of occultism. I wouldn't consider myself particularly evil, although I don't mind dallying about with it if I need to, but, I'm not a worshipper of Zon-Kuthon, I'm just interested in it.
Now, Tina.
That's pretty fucking metal.
Tina perks up at that, like, I can understand that. It is very, it is an interesting religion. I was once a follower of Zon-Kuthon. I could tell you many things about the Midnight Lord.
Are you taking applications for this Shadow Protection Agency?
We're always
I know
open.
lots of things about the occult, not only about the Shadow Plane, but even the Plane of Hell.
How are you with paperwork?
I'm a nerd, as you said. Fantastic.
Tenna, this is the assistant that we need.
She sounds like
Don't
a
fuck this up, okay?
No, absolutely. I can figure out that is.
Mike
Golden
farts.
opportunity falling right into our hands.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
That is my roleplay contribution.
Okay, sorry, the fart threw me off. Tina kind of like peeks over and is like, why is Mike drooling like that? What is going on? Yes, and I'm sorry, Emily has forgotten. What's her name? Espadrille?
Espinenzia.
Espinoza.
Espinenzia?
Espinzia.
Espinzia. Yes, Espinzia was it. Yes, my name is Tena, and I would be your HR representative. And we would be very happy to take your application. It sounds like you would be a very good fit for the Shadow Protection Agency.
There is an interview process.
Of course, always.
You know what the interview process is?
That is the interview process is.
I'm a fantastic interviewee.
It sounds like it. You have a very good.
If I were a fruit, I'd be a cantaloupe.
Trelax writes that down. He's like, okay.
What is your favorite number?
417.
It's a good number. It's a good. Right,
Saw
my
that
name.
one coming. I got to be honest.
That one's on me.
This dumb conversation stimulates Mike's brain deep down, and his tail is just slapping back and forth, hitting Ziva and Kuiper in the legs.
All right. I'm going to make a deal here. If you allow me to be part of your Shadow Protection Agency, not only will I tell the devils to be more careful, I'll summon some more devils that can help you and your armada against the Ark Prime.
Well, nothing's guaranteed. You know, there is an interview process, and he whispers.
I'm saying this is
totally guaranteed.
This is the deal. If you want your friend to have his brain back, and if you want my help with more ships for the Armada, I will be part of the Shadow Protection Agency.
Ziva's tilting her head, and like her eyes are bugging out, looking through the comm. Like, could you get the fuck on with it? Yeah, of course she's on. Come on now.
One Lashunta antenna twitching.
Yeah, for real.
Okay, fine. That's fine. Sure. We would be more than happy to help you.
Oh, happy day, and my dreams are coming true. I can't believe it. Devils, stop destroying things. Just shore up the defenses. I must keep this circle intact. For it is how I will summon the Endbringer devils that will help you in the fight against the Ark Prime.
And just to clarify, you have a very strong control over these devils that you're bringing in, correct?
I have the strongest control, for I am the smartest being in this building.
Oh, God. I love the
Certainly smarter than Mike.
I mean, when you befuddle everybody, it's easy to be the smartest.
It's cheating.
Yeah, exactly.
Cheating.
And Ziva would like put out
I
her
only
hand.
befuddled one.
Ziva would put out her hand and try and
my
like.
guess, it's probably already the not smartest one here.
Well, you don't have to bring that up. That's just rude. That's
It
just.
doesn't matter. He can't understand me. We're
No,
just
he's my
talking.
friend. You hurt my feelings. And anyways, are we in a deal? We are in agreement.
Yes, shake my lobe.
Oh. All right then, and just like palm the brain and squish it a little bit and wiggle it, because that's how you do that.
That tickles.
If you just squeeze a little harder, it's donezo.
It's just a little bit more.
All right. I'll keep up my end of the bargain. And she floats over to Mike, and like some energy kind of comes off of the brain and wraps around Mike's whole head, and she casts psychic surgery.
Oh, thank God.
And heals Mike.
Thank goodness.
I'm assuming the call is going to end, but Trillax would be like, "Tell Mike I said hi to call me sometime. Trying to talk about branding opportunities."
Is that Trillax? What's he doing?
He was.
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How's it going?
hey, what's up?
Do you guys want to inform them what's happening?
Yeah. I feel like this would be a plainer issue, honestly. Like, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Trelex, while we have you, there's some shit.
We fought a tree.
He's still coming
Very
back.
cool, Mike. Very cool. What kind of tree?
It's like a robot tree.
Oh, that sounds exciting. Did you make it bleed?
Not per se. I got hit real hard.
Well, fair enough. Yeah,
But
it's a tree, right?
We magic binded it.
They were like 3 little trees, though, and he like cleaved
Oh, I
them all.
murdered them.
It was fantastic.
That's what I'm
One
talking about.
swing.
That is the titanium mic that I know.
One clean swipe hit all 3 of them. I could look at this. Oh wait, I'll hold off. There's a brain right here. Nerd.
Proud of you,
Oh my
Mike.
gosh, dude.
It's good to see you, man. It's been a long time.
Yeah, you're the best.
I got to tell you, y'all, when I first read this encounter, this was not how I was expecting it to develop. But I couldn't be happier than I am right now. Fantastic. Okay. So, yes, the call wraps up. You explain the situation.
Well, call us if you need us. We'll be glad to help.
Maybe just, like, tell them to keep an eye on Shadow Absalom Station just to make sure there's no residual effects, you know?
Shabsalom Station?
Shabsalom Station. That's the
Shabsalom.
one. Got it.
Okay, so you have successfully negotiated with the Spenzia 417. She does remain true to her word, and so she will reroute them to cause less collateral damage, and will summon some Endbringer devils to help reinforce the fleets later in this day.
Fuck yeah.
So that's pretty good. Pretty good. Another successful event. How long do you guys think that all that took? And let's be real honest here.
I'd say
5 minutes.
10 minutes.
5 minutes?
5 minutes, dude. Come on, man. 5 minutes.
I'd say
Talking
10
with the
minutes.
devils.
We've been recording for 50 minutes. Okay.
Nah.
Now, I'm not saying it's going to take an hour, but just that conversation alone was 15 minutes.
Yeah, easily.
In real time.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
I'd say talking with the devils was probably 5 to 10. I don't know.
I'd say 5, and then 10
I'd say
minutes.
5 on the devils.
And
yeah.
then this one was, probably close to 15 because, like, we had the interaction, we tried to talk her down, we called and had conversations, with Trelax.
Obviously, Trelax has no idea.
No.
What are you
No.
talking
Yeah.
about? It couldn't possibly have been more than 4 or 5 minutes for this whole thing.
So we're going to say 20 minutes total for this?
I'd say that's fair.
All right. So,
This is the way. Adam finally found a way to make the banter, the RP, fuck us. Mechanically.
Like, gosh, you bitches.
okay. Let's see. I think that's everything that you can do. If you want to go out and check in with the devils on your way out to be like, hey, Spinza said chill the fuck out. You can do that. That won't add any extra minutes. And let's do the emergency calls here. So let's start with Mike once again. And this time I want you to roll 2d6s.
All right. 5 and a 1.
All right. On the 1, this time, hey, Mike, we got a problem.
Go on, Randy. Tell me about it.
Well, the factories, cause some of the factories down in the spike, when everything went out, it kind of sent a spark out and set them ablaze. And
the entire factory?
yeah, a couple of them actually. There's like a whole, there's a whole like block of warehouses and factories on fire right now. I'm looking right at it. The problem that we got here is that the station's water pressure is not. There is none, so we can't get the hoses to work. we calling you to see if you got any ideas. I mean, we're here. We got a little fire brigade here, but we just don't know how to put this thing out. You got any ideas?
Do you have any magic users?
Oh shit! I didn't even think about that.
Because if any of them could summon a bunch of water or water elementals that they can control, that would be a way around having to mechanically do, water pressure plumbing type shit. Magic, it's quite the tool.
Yeah, that's a pretty good idea, actually. I kind of feel stupid to having to call you.
Story of my life, mate.
But there's a lot going on here, man, and we're doing our best out here. Let me call Devastation and see if he can get some water out here for us. There's also some word that maybe this fire was purposely started. Now, I don't know why somebody would add to this, all this going on, and don't let my calm demeanor fool you. I'm pretty freaked out.
You're freaking out, yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty freaked out.
Same. I just had a weird experience.
Yeah?
Yep.
You want to talk about 15 minutes about it?
I don't.
All right.
I really don't. Right. You get in touch with Denny.
All right.
And try to get some magical water on that situation. Now, who might have set this blaze if it was intentional? Any leads?
Well, I don't know. We got to put the fire out first, but now that's one thing I can do. I can sift through ashes and find some stuff. I'm an arson detector, but I'm not so good at putting fires out.
Okay.
Look, could you put Oren on the line? Maybe he could give me some advice that I could then relay to that name that I just said before.
Yeah. Oren, talk to him. Tell him what Denny needs to do.
Yeah, Randy, what's going on, man?
Yeah, so I'm going to call D. That's what I like to call him for short.
You mean Denavalar Zinganon?
That's him. Yeah. We're going to call him.
That guy. Great guy.
Yeah, well, you guys always kind of had a little bond there, I think.
Yeah, he's a cool cat. What's up? What's up, Randy?
So Mike suggested that we try to put the fires out with magic since the water pressure isn't working here, and I don't know anything about magic. And so is there anything that I need to tell old boy? And this is basically going to translate into a mysticism roll.
Okay, well, yeah, sure. I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, that's
you need an aid?
42.
I know a bit about mysticism if you need an aid.
I think a 42 is probably pretty good.
Yeah, so you kind of explain where to put water elementals, how to best effectively spread the water out magically and all that kind of stuff. And then what's the other number you rolled? A 5, Heath? I think it was a 5.
It was a 5.
Well, you get a call from somebody else and says, "Oh, Mike, listen, I'm calling you. There's been mass hysteria, as you can imagine, as all the magnetic locks and force fields have shut down. And for a while, for the last half hour or so, maybe 15 minutes ago, I should say, the life support systems came back on, so that helped a little bit. But before that, all these looters and dangerous beasts were got out of their pens and cells and stuff like that. We're working with the stewards to try to get everybody kind of pinned back up. But do you know anybody that you can call to send to help us?
So I'm gonna say yes with a caveat. And he gives her Weldy's number. Get in touch with Weldy, not because I trust Weldy as far as I could kick him, but he's a Xeno Warden. Get with the Xeno Wardens. They can deal with animals escaping, and they're also powerful magicians. Again, magic is really your friend when all the technology's going haywire.
Yeah, no, again, you're right. Cool, yeah, well, do you have Weldy's number?
Sure do. It is
420-6969.
420
6969.
And no, there's a button, and it's only on most modern phones that it just says tight.
Tight, yeah.
420 tight. That's Weldy's number.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yes,
that's canon now.
All right, I will roll for Weldy.
Listeners, do not try to call 420-420 tight.
I mean, you can, but we cannot be held liable.
Yeah. You will not reach Weldy.
So that'll be a dirty 30 for Weldy's mysticism. So between him and the Xeno Wardens, they'll go out to help with that. All right, so APA is really doing some work here. It's very cool. I love that there's this impact in the world that you're doing.
I love it. I love that you added to it and let us be involved with it more. That does feel cool, and it's fodder for funny shit. So I love it.
At this point, your communication devices crackle again, and you hear, "Hi, this is Agent Fedge, Under Inspector Joltimi. If that matters, we kind of have a situation down by the Click Clack Club, by one of the docking bays, the one registered to Mr. Ziotris. Well, there's a big crowd here, and I tried following the manual on this kind of thing, but it didn't seem to work, and things seem like they're about to get violent. Look, could you maybe send someone a little bit more experienced down? Anyone really? We just need some help down here. Please.
Yeah, I'm very familiar. I know crowds can get unruly, and especially with the panic going on, that's only going to be worse. I'll put my best people on it, and I would the sort of captains of the APA. I'd tell them get a couple of them and their guys together, reroute some people over to the Click Clack Club.
So Zatoris, Ziva, you would know that name, as that they are a trillionaire, a dragonkin trillionaire, who owns a shit ton of starships. And you also know that Ziotris has a private paramilitary security.
And has not been part of the Armada.
Yeah, oh yeah, no, this is a private citizen.
Wait, so is this a big enough deal? We need to come?
I think this is a us thing. Yeah.
Okay, my bad. Captain, stay where you are. We'll handle the billionaire. Trillionaire.
So you got this call from what you can only assume is a steward, given the titles that they used, who's kind of getting into a panic as there seems to be a situation developing between the standoff between a crowd and Ziotris. And so that is another 30-minute journey.
Do we just want to do the 30 minutes since we hustled last time? Or, I just don't want this to turn bloody. But if we do want to do the same, the somebody hustle, Mike being as familiar as he is with the Click Clack Club, I'll volunteer to hustle.
Yeah, that's burning another slot.
I don't want to burn the other slot.
I think we hustle on this one.
Everybody hustles.
We all hustle? Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because, that'll still put only Josh at 30 minutes. It's only an hour when it becomes a problem.
Right, and we're all at full stamina and everything, so
we're good. We're good.
Shit. Yeah.
15-minute hustle to the Click Clack Club.
Yeah, all right, friends, to the Click Clack Club.
Assemble.
Everyone take off like Iron Man, like I do. Blow.
And so that puts us at 55 minutes. During that hustle, you get another call at the same time. Things are stacking up at this point. Mm-hmm. And you hear over the communications, "Hello? Can anyone hear me? The other communicators aren't working, but I don't know if anyone can hear me. But we're stuck inside Stella's bar, and it looks like there's trolls. But Mitska's plasma gun didn't work on them. It just bounced right off them, and the message is interrupted by what sounds like rocks being pulverized in a scream. The voice sobs hoarsely, "We can't get out! We can't get out! Someone please help!" And we'll see you.
God.
Oh no!
Trolls in the dungeon.
I want to keep going.